So I'm exactly 11 weeks out now from competing in Europe, and a lot has actually changed over the past week. If you remember last week's video, or even if you don't, I was looking fairly depleted, actually very depleted, and I wasn't full at all. And my coach noticed that right away, and he made some changes, and they're fantastic changes, just minor changes. But the guy has such an eye for detail. He knows exactly how much to change, what I eat, and what to do at the gym. So we pulled back my cardio a little bit by 15 minutes. I'm doing half-hour cardio, more intensity. And the dietary changes, we changed one of my sources of carbs from sweet potatoes to rice. And we added, believe it or not, just 5 grams, like a little tiny bit of almond butter to my diet, which is actually usually a dangerous thing. We've tried this before, and I'm addicted to peanut butter and stuff, and I ate like half a jar in a week. I couldn't stop myself, and luckily I had time. But anyway, that's another story. So I managed to do just 5 grams of peanut butter a day, almond butter a day. That is such a small amount. I put it in my oatmeal. I weighed my oatmeal and added little bits of almond butter. It's crazy, but the guy has such an eye for detail, and he knows his stuff so well that I was able to do it. And realized too that after I realized I have an addiction, it becomes a choice to eat it or not. And it was difficult, but I managed to get through just 5 grams of almond butter per day. If you're looking for a coach, by the way, my coach is Hammer Fitness HQ. His name is Ammer. If you're wanting to compete, and even if you don't want to compete and you just want to improve your overall health, you want to work out and you need some guidance, or if you want to change your diet, you need some guidance because you're not sure where to go or if you're eating well, same thing, Hammer Fitness HQ on Instagram. Anyway, so that's the changes we made, half-hour cardio and the dietary changes. And what's interesting is that I compete against myself. I compete with other guys on stage, and yes, we get first, second, third, fourth, etc. But I don't look at it like I'm competing against you. I don't like you. You're the enemy. It's more like a brotherhood to me. But in the gym and at home, I compete against myself when I'm working out. I don't compete against other guys because they have different goals, and I might be competing against someone that's not as strong as me, etc. So why would I compete against someone that's not where I want to be? So I compete against myself, and that's why I keep a journal as well, so that when I can look back on the prior week, if I'm getting all the reps in, I gotta increase the weight a little bit, at least somewhere in that workout, so I can go to failure or do a drop set or something like that. So that's how I compete. And I was also focused on getting a lot of ab work done, extra ab work, because the chain is only as strong as the weakest link, and that's one of my weakest areas, I feel. So I increased the intensity of my abs big time, and my workouts a little bit as well. And sure enough, I have a hernia. I've had it for some time, and it acted up quite a bit. So I had to actually drop the intensity a little bit of my abs anyway. And actually I didn't do abs all week, unfortunately. And I dropped the intensity of my other workouts to about medium heavy rather than heavy all the time. And so I went to the doctor, and surgery is going to be imminent, but being 11 weeks out, it's going to take longer than that to do surgery. So as long as I can kind of keep it under control and nothing physically happens, I can put up with a lot of the pain, but as long as nothing gets pinched, my intestines don't get pinched or something like that, I should be okay. So that's all I'm saying. So I think that's pretty much it. Let's see what I look like today, and then we'll see what kind of changes my coach is going to make. And yeah, so hopefully we've seen some improvement other than the abs. I mean, what can I say? But yeah, so okay. So yeah, I am more full than I was last week. I can still see I have work to do. Obviously my abs aren't where I want them to be, or they're not as good, I don't think, as they were last week. I mean, you can see that I have some, but they're not near as full as they're going to be, or as defined as they're going to be when I step on a stage. Yeah, especially through here, I can feel it. And one thing that's really interesting, and you may or may not notice it, this one part of my abs here the mirror side is smaller, and that's always drove me nuts, but that's the way it is. I still have the ab here, so I'll get back into the gym. I can actually, just doing this, I can feel the hernia a little bit, so I am gonna ease into the workouts as far as my abs go this week. At the end of the week, this past week, I was doing full chest, back, arms, and legs, and that kind of a thing. Legs, I do have to be cautious with because when I'm doing squats, etc., you're putting a lot of pressure around your midsection. So anyway, that's the way that goes. So this is how I look this week. Next week, I hope to see lots of improvement, and we'll see what my coach says to do. Okay. Again, if you're looking for a coach, Hammer Fitness HQ. The guy's amazing. And if you got something from this, great. And if not, that's fine too. Good luck on your journey and wish me luck. Cheers.